Hi, this is Dr. Stephen with Outclick Magazine. Today we're excited to bring to you Men Who Dance, an amazing, fantastic show coming to the Broward Center for the Performing Arts Saturday, November 27th at 8 p.m. and Sunday, November 28th at 3 p.m. We bring to you three people working with the show, Rafa, Enrique, and Hannah. Welcome to today's program.
Thank you so much.
Hello,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Rafa, before we get started, we're going to play the video in a few minutes. Tell us a little bit about the show. If somebody's never been, tell us a little bit about Men Who Dance.
Men Who Dance is a platform for different artistic directors and choreographers and dancers to explore the themes around gender. Some people who are in the audience may feel affirmed with what they see on stage, and some people may feel provoked to kind of question their stereotypes about men dancing on stage.
All right. Before we get too far into it, Chandler, if you'll pull up the website for the Broward Center, I want people to see where they can get tickets. Again, that's going to be November 27th and 28th, 2021. Chandler, if you'll pull that up, we can pull that in here and pull it up for you. They're at browardcenter.org. Enrique, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about yourself and your part in the show.
Yes, hi. My name is Enrique Villacruces, as we can see right here. My role is, for this year as a choreographer, I'm bringing a solo work for this show. And what I usually do, my role as an artist is as a performer, choreographer, and filmmaker. And I'm here based in Miami. So whenever I create stuff in here, I do it with the people that are within the Miami area, so I can make it home to Miami and home to the Miami community. So that's a big thing that I really focus on, besides a big collaborative force with dancing and how to elevate such form. So these are things I really like to think about.
Amazing. Hannah, before we get to you, Chandler, if you can play the video for us, I want people to see the video and get a little taste of what this is going to be about. Chandler, if you can go ahead and play that for us. Well, I, of course, already want to go. I want to go. Hannah, tell us about your part in the show and a little bit about you.
I'm the co-director of Dance Now Miami with Diego Salterini. We've had the company based out of Miami for the past 22 years. And part of historically, our company has presented many male-focused work. Diego was a partner for many showgirls in his time in Italy, dancing in the very successful entertainment industry. And when he came to the US, we immediately started playing with gender dynamics, and he created some incredible, but very much he did, some incredible male partnering dances. And that's sort of one of the trademarks of our organization, is that for the past 20 years, we've been dancing man to man and woman to woman also in the work that we've presented. This year, we're presenting two pieces. One is a revival of a solo called Lunatico. It will be danced by David Jewett, one of our newest company members. It's really an ode to the moon. And no, he does not turn into a werewolf. It's really elegant and beautiful, to a Chopin nocturne. And the other piece is a trio from our epic work, Bridges Not Walls, and it's called Men of War. So it's interesting because it's a piece that has a lot of bravado and very stereotypical male energy, if you want to call it that. But in the context of the work, it was a work about tribalism and about how that has brought so many negative things. So although the men are epic and excited, in the larger scheme of the work, if you would ever see it, they are the bearers of the bad news. But it's a wonderful dynamic trio, and it has some beautiful video from Francisco Moraga, a Chilean video artist. So we're very excited to be in this newest iteration of Men Who Dance, and we thank Rafi for bringing the attention of the South Florida community to male dancers.
It is such a unique concept. I've never seen anything like this. Tell us about the choreographer a little bit, if you don't mind, Rafi or Enrique or whomever. Tell us about the choreographer.
Well, there are various here. There's more than 10 choreographers for this show.
Okay.
Hannah and Diego are choreographers. Enrique, also Arts Ballet Theater, Vladimir Isaev. So we have a lot. In fact, this year, we also have drawn the attention of Europe. We were approached to bring the artistic director of the Danish Dance Theater, who Pontus Lidberg is thrilled to be joining the South Florida community to create works. And as Hannah explained, all of these works are male themed centered, but the themes are so diverse. This year, because we're less limited by COVID, we're able to invite more artists. So this year, in addition to the top South Florida companies, we have dancers coming from Brazil, from Paraguay, from Mexico, and Denmark, who are so interested in what you just said. They've never heard of a dance festival like this. Also, thanks to one of our companies, Tango Out, they're bringing us I can't wait to see them. They're world championship ballroom dancers in tango, and they're twin brothers who will be coming to the stage, and one is gay and one is not. So I think that, like I said, some people will feel affirmed with what they see. Some people will feel provoked. But I think that that's what this platform is for. And I see it growing to other Florida communities to come and make this festival even more important than it is.
And Chandler's got your website up. It's a festival. It's not just a show. It's a festival. Can you elaborate more on that? Because that's more of the larger concept, if you don't mind.
Yes, I still believe, and I am so thrilled to be joined by my colleagues. I think that South Florida, and purposefully we're in Broward, is to attract the attention of all this talent that is here to share the same platform with. Just that in itself is a first. Here you have Miami artists mostly who are moving into Broward because we want to service the larger community. And Broward is opening up its opportunities to us to do something. But the festival now, it's interesting, is become a world. Now we have the global edition. So people are asking us to do Men Who Dance in other countries. Next year, we're in Spain, hopefully in Italy, we're in Mexico and Brazil again. And they want to come and share this exploration that we started. I mean, the reason for Men Who Dance when we started was my interest in this labeling that we constantly have that affects our society. I mean, the millisecond that you were born and you're defined by gender, all sorts of labels and stereotypes come in. And that has to do with how you're treated or how they expect you to behave right at that first millisecond. And I said, this is our opportunity to question that, as we are supposedly more sophisticated, more mature. And dance is a great place. It's still, traditional ballet still has its challenges, women wear the point shoes and the tutus, and then the men do that realm has still yet to be broken into, so thank God that contemporary and modern came in to give us a voice. Hannah said it so beautifully at her last dance concert, where it just opened up to other opportunities on stage to talk about themes and society issues that, you know, traditional ballet didn't give us. Although I'm a traditional ballet dancer, but, you know, we've evolved.
Enrique, I cut you off a little bit. Tell us more about you, your story, and your involvement with what's coming up. I'm curious to hear more about that.
Well, let's see if I can make it interesting. I sort of label myself as a emerging artist, as like I just started creating work as a professional right out of school. I graduated from New York School of the Arts in 2019 with my Bachelor of Fine Arts. And then after that, I was fortunate enough to get opportunities to create work professionally in the Miami community, and even films and all this, just like small things that helped me to get where I am right now. And fortunately, this year, me and other people, mostly from grad alumni from New York School of the Arts, we came together and we formed a brand new company this year, which it's Miami Movement Collective, and it's based of musicians, singers, actors, choreographers, dancers. Well, like the more it's been a few months officially, and we are already like having so many people, like people of my generation, intrigue on that. But that's just the company side, and a little bit of like what happened when I graduated from school, which I'm still grateful, and I'm pretty sure there's more to go. What I'm bringing to Men Who Dance this year, thank you, Rafi, for bringing me back this year again. I'm bringing another solo this year. I don't work on themes or stories, but I sort of like, whenever I create something, I follow what my intuition, what my body wants to do in such specific scenario, and I can see that mostly the music helps me to build that setting to bring the work to life. It could be different with different music, but regardless of anything, this music and what I'm bringing is all tied up together, so it can be, so the whole world can be connected and visually pleasant and sort of vulnerable, so it has that feeling of organic. So it's not like the goal is to make it real.
One of the things during COVID is that connection that we lost with music and theater and the arts, and that shared experience that we had with everyone. If there's one thing you would like for audience members to take away from this show, I'll ask this of each of you. What's one thing you would like for audience members to take away as they leave the festival? Hannah, I'll put you on the spot first.
Fantastic. I think if there was one thing I would like people to take away, is that just as contemporary dance expresses the human condition, that Men Who Dance will give the full spectrum of what men and men's identity in dance can say.
Amazing. Rafi, I'll go with you next.
Well, the Men Who Dance has to do a lot for me. If people, as you said, when they left, the hope is that because of the diverse themes, the diverse styles, is that they found somewhere where they felt represented on stage, whether by something, the way that they think about, they feel about, or something that they even question, but that a part of them was affirmed by what they saw on stage and connected, so that they're saying, this was about something that has to do with me. And also the opportunity, it's in one of our taglines, to leave saying, oh yeah, men dance and men should dance, and I support Men Who Dance, in whatever ways that we start exploring those relationships there. And hopefully say, well, since every year, as you said, it's a festival, it's a whole different repertoire, they're saying, oh, I wonder what they're going to bring back next year.
Yeah. Enrique, what do you want audience members to take away? If they only remember one thing, what would you want them to remember or take away from this?
I just want them to take away that men, when you hear men, like when a man says that, yeah, I dance professionally, that is not a like stereotypical, oh, so you do ballet, or oh, wait, you're a hip hop dancer. No, like there's more. And this festival will showcase what men can actually do in this professional life. Like we can do so many things, and this can really help them to see and kind of to learn that there's more into like to this professionalism of like a male dancer.
Mm, mm. It's the individualized expression that I hear, and how individualized stories blend together, and at the same time branch out and speak to people about their individualized stories, and how your stories may be individual, but you're not alone at the same time, and seeing those common threads on stage. This is amazing. We talked about this before, but I just don't want people to miss this opportunity. I want to give the dates again. It's Saturday, November 27th, 2021, 8 p.m. The 3 p.m. show is Sunday, November 28th, 2021, at our own Broward Center. Rafi, is there anything else, or the rest of you, before we close out, that you want to mention that we didn't cover?
No, I think this was an excellent interview. I'm looking forward to everybody coming in. As I said, create a feeling that this is a South Florida event. This isn't just a site specific to Broward or Palm Beach or Miami, but that Broward just happens to be the center of where we're reaching out to a new cultural audience. And we're so happy to be able to include everyone there.
If I could just say one last thing.
Absolutely.
I think audiences should really be prepared to see an athletic, a dynamic, a poetic, and a personal performance.
Yeah.
I can feel that already, the enthusiasm of the dancers and all the choreography. This is amazing. Let's put your website up so people have it. Chandler, if you can put that up in their social media if they want to follow them. Jump with it. It's ica.america.org.
Oh, that should be ICI.
Oh, ICI. All right. We'll get that corrected and put back up there. Thank you for correcting that. So we'll get that put back up there. ICI. There we go. ICI-America. There we go. And then we'll get your social media put up there as well. Enter American Choreographic Institute. That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Thank you. And you all are based, where are you based? Tell us where you're based at.
We're all in Miami.
Yep, Miami based.
Miami folks.
For now.
Well, welcome back up here to Broward for the show, for the festival. We are outclick.com, outclique.com. And you can text OCQ to 22828 to stay updated on us. Please get your tickets. Don't miss this amazing experience to come. Personal, take some friends, take a date. Not go by yourself. It's a not to be missed. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and stay safe. We look forward to a fantastic holiday season in 2022 to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Stephen.